Kako. You are tuned in to members-supported Hawaiʻi Public Radio 1's Hawaiʻi Kulāiwi with me, DJ Mermaid, every Sunday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. Tonight's episode, we are taking another dive into the collection here at Hawaiʻi Public Radio 1 and just kind of fishing around until we find our sound. You can find a full set list for today's episode online at hawaiipublicradio.org. We'll be right back after the news break. Kako, you are tuned in to member-supported Hawaiʻi Public Radio 1's Hawaiʻi Kulāiwi. Ke la me ke ia la pule mai ka hola e ono ai ka hola e hiko o ke ahi. Mahalo for being here with me, whether you chose to or not. I still mahalo your presence here. And I mahalo all of you who have tuned in religiously every Sunday evening. Mahalo anui, even though I can't see you. I really appreciate it, as always. So this week I don't have like a theme, but what I do like to do is put my own music away, and from time to time I like to pull music from Hawaiʻi Public Radio's collection, which is not much, but it's still pretty substantial, and it still has music that is hard to find and hard to come by. So I just pulled a selection, and that's the plan for today. But we open up Ka'anoi, also known by its first line is Aia'i Alaka'i. The mele was published in a songbook called Kaho'onanea o Nā Home Hawai'i that was printed in 1888 by the forerunner of what is our present day newspaper. So now we have the Star Advertiser, which we know was birthed out of the Honolulu Advertiser and the Star Bulletin, right, coming together. But before, when it was just the Honolulu advertiser, the Honolulu commercial advertiser is its forerunner. The song in and of itself shares some lines and some similarities with a mele inoa for Kapi'olani that was also published in 1883 in Keko'o, Hawaii. And so they are similar in certain lines. The mele ka'anoi itself was credited to Kamealoha, but the mele inoa is credited to Kamehaokalani. And of course, the melody that we are used to today is different than how it was sung then. And if you ever want to look at the older mele inoa, you can find it online. It's called He Mele Inoa no Kamo'i Wahine Kapi'olani. I believe Huapala has it, as well as I think Papakilo has it as well. But they do share some lines and some stanzas, but it's very obvious that one was derived from the other. So we heard Auntie Linda de la Cruz singing Ka'anoi just now. We're going to hear Hulu Lindsey from her album Ho'anapau, her rendition of Paliakamoa. Full set list can be found online at hawaiipublicradio.org, and you can also just go to hawaiipublicradio.org/Hawaiʻi Kulāiwi. E mai ke mele o Paliakamoa na Hulu Lindsey e himeni.
Paliakamoa ka uea kila honu I ka ilikai ka uea kila honu I ka ilikai I ka luna maua o ke honi I ke ia I ka nani a o pua kea mana ono honolipu I ka ne ene e mali e I ka aikai Lai ka lana o upolu I ka mali e ho ai lana aina ke kaleponi o ke kukila kila mai o Paliakamoa ka uea kila honu I ka ilikai ka uea kila honu I ka ilikai Ko aloha ka umea nui e makana na ka pu'uwa Makana na kapuai
ke mele o Honaunau Paka I himeni ia e Alaka'i Elaine ako Spencer off of her album My Hawaiian Souvenirs. Of course, Honaunau Paka in Kona, South Kona, kahi o hale o Keawe, of course, the heiau. Yes, anyway, sorry. I had a thought, but I think it ran away from me on purpose. Ho'ailona abound. You are tuned in to members-supported Hawaiʻi Public Radio 1's Hawaiʻi Kulāiwi, and support for Hawaiʻi Kulāiwi comes from Hawaiian Hawaiian Food, celebrating 75 years, located in Kaka'ako, Waipahu, and Bishop Museum. Also shipping packaged dishes to the continental U.S. Group reservations at myhighwayinn.com. And from Waiakea Hawaiian Volcanic Water, offering alkaline water sourced from the Ke'au Aquifer on the Big Island. Learn more about subscriptions at waiakea.com. We started off that set with Auntie Hulu Lindsey's Paliakamoa, written by Ellen Kalaukoa Naipo. And actually it was kind of Moʻolelo ia. It was first introduced by Robert Kahulanui Naipo, who's the hiapo and the oldest son anyway, of Ellen Kalaukoa Naipo at Kalahikiola Church. Upolu, of course, is the point on the island of Hawaii, right? The most northwestern point, which is why I figured we would take us to Honaunau after with Honaunau Paka. We opened it up quite strong today with all of our Leo Wahine, but I'm going to pull in Uncle Kawai Cockett off of his album Still Strumming with Hei Nui Ka'u, because I don't know, sometimes you might have a big fish and sometimes you're just looking for one. You can find a full set list online at hawaiipublicradio.org/Hawaiʻi Kulāiwi.
Hei Nui Ka'u ea ua pa'a makahiu I hopu aku oru ea e ka peku mai ana Hei Nui Ka'u ea Aua pa'a makahiu I hopu aku au ea E ka peku mai ana He ula e ka i'o ea Noho I ka hapapa Ka hea ke hilo ea Pehe ia ka upena Hei Palapuale ea He baba ini homole E lua maua ea Iga upena ululu Hei Palapuale ea He papa ini homole E lua maua ea Iga upena ululu E akule ka i'o ea Noho I ka hohonu He mo'i e ka ia ea Noho I ka ehu kai Papa I e ka ia ea Ha'eli mai I ke one Papa
teeth and I told the skirt with me. We went to room and in the glow man beneath the balmy cocoa tree. And this is back into his bird, only Paka, why don't come for me? We took the bike play, all the natives gathered. We Malassi, Hulu, Lassie, dancing moʻolelo. From the bonny, bonny brave Scotsman to the shores of Waikiki. And the Rebecca Lassie is all the way me you take, and if the Hulu's heaven. Hookman, oh, roaming in the gloaming, on the bonny banks of Clyde. Roaming in the gloaming, with my lassie by my side. When the sun has gone to rest, it's time that I love best. Oh, gee, it's lovely roaming in the gloaming. Bonny, bonny, brave Scotsman to the shore of Waikiki. And the Rebecca Lassie is all the way me guilty, and if the Hulu's with me. We went to roaming in the glow man beneath the balmy cocoa tree. And there's a back into his word, he only Paka, why don't come for me? We took the bike play, all the natives gathered. We Malassi, hula hula lassie, dancing moʻolelo. From the bonny, bonny brave Scotsman to the shores of Waikiki. And the Rebecca Lassie is all the way me you take, and let the Hulu's heaven. Hookman, roaming in the gloaming, on the bonny banks of Clyde. Roaming in the gloaming, with my lassie by my side. When the sun has gone to rest, it's time that I love best. Oh, gee, it's lovely roaming in the gloaming. Hey!
Hey, check. Hey, everybody's asking for you to come and do that. What's the name of that hula that you do?
That's a Puka key song. There's a key, you know, by the door.
You mean when you peek through the keyhole?
Yeah, and what I saw.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that kind. Makapu'u haki ea e hane hei ala a kohoi ukapu ea une he aku huau Makapu'u haki ea e hane ia ala a kohoi ukapu ea. Keu keu hana a ke aloha haole ea hua pa'a mai I loko hai chalaka haia ea.
Turn that key. Turn that key.
Keu keu hana a ke aloha ole ea haua pa'a mai I loko hai chalaka haia ea. Open the door, Richard.
Open that door.
Haina ia mai handa tapu huanda ea haua pa'a mai I loko hai chalaka haia o. Open it there, aloha there. Haina ia pau, oh ole ia. Haua pa'a mai I loko, hai kalaka haia ea. Aloha e nei there, e nei.
That was a song that on this particular album is listed as Kapuka key. A lot of us mostly know it as Kawohamai or the keyhole hula, which is what that refers to. Comes off of the album Duka Hanamoku Presents a Beach Boy Party with Walter Clark. It's an interesting album. This is the good stuff I find here at HPR. It is definitely a Hapahaole album, but it is also all of the Beach Boys had come together and recorded this album. It was originally produced by Walter Clark, and then reissued on this particular album, Lloyd Kendall, Kit Ebersbach, and Michael Cord, of course. So this is a Honoula Records, Cord International album, but it is pretty cool. Duke himself is on the first track, Okole Maluna, which, tells you enough about the times and the language of that time. We also heard in that set a really cool song that I actually have no reference to. So if you have any information on that song, you can find my email on our website at hawaiipublicradio.org. But it was the Makapu'u Sand Band off of their album Winds of Waimanalo singing the Hawaiian Scotsman. And I did a little bit of research, and what I could find, which was not much, takes some lyrics from, I don't know if it's the same song or it's another song. It's called The Roaming in the Gloaming. Roaming in the Gloaming. It is a different song. But that one also comes up because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it shares lyrics, and then we made it for Hawaii, possibly. I don't want to say for sure. But if you have any ike about that particular mele, by all means, you can find my email at hawaiipublicradio.org. And we kicked off that set with Uncle Kawai Cockett with Hei Anui Ka'u. If we take a look at Hei Anui Ka'u, we could just take it for a bit of a marine biology lesson, right? We talk about the various creatures found in the sea and where they find it, or what is something that is particular to them, right? So we learn that the ula, which is a lobster, it lives in the hapapa, in the reef, right? We know that the akule, according to this mele, live in the deeper ocean, that the moi live in the sea spray. And really, this is also at the same time alluding us to other things. And indeed, as much as we love our fish and our crustaceans of many varieties, shapes, and sizes, we also love each other in various shapes and sizes. Although my favorite verse in that is Hei alapu vale, because when you think about it, well, what fish is useless and worthless? He papa I niho ole. It's a crab without a claw. And I don't know, that's an interesting way to think about it. You're tuned in to member-supported Hawaii Public Radio 1. I'm very sure that I have this one queued up correctly. We're going to find out right now. You can find a full set list online at hawaiipublicradio.org. I've been buried in so many CDs that I start to forget what I've got coming up next. I did grab the Nameleo Paniolo album. If I'm not mistaken, this should be Adiós, Ke Aloha, Gary Haleamau, and Auntie Nani Lim Yap.
E ku'upele o ka pola'ilai Ka lave malie a ka mahina Ko ani mai ana e ke ahe ala oe holo no mai Ahe oe nahe nahe Adiós, adiós, que aloha
E kahau ore ini ki puwai E ke aloha e maliu mai oe Ke olale mai nei e ke kiu Ua anu ka wau i ka ua Ahea hoi, ahea oe Oe e ho'olono mai I
nahe nahe Adiós, adiós, que aloha Ho'okahi kiss dewdrops he maui E ka bele o ka noe milo Hei ke aloha ka huli ho'i nei me ka neo Ahea oe, ahea oe Oe e ho'olono mai I nei a leo nahe nahe Adiós, adiós, que aloha
Makapu'u
The Kahauanu Link Trio with Uncle K's composition with Mary Kovena Puku'i of Pua Lililehua. Pua Lililehua, of course, written for Auntie Mikey, also refers to there is a wind, or I think it's a rain. No, I think it's a wind name. Anyway, in Palolo. We also see it in a moʻolelo, about a wahine and a mo'o of that same valley. Pua Lililehua, most people, when I hear them talk about that song, and they'll say that, oh, my favorite pauku, my favorite verse is the fourth verse, Hilo pa'aya ke aloha I kalino hilo pa valu, right? Because your love is bound within this 8-strand lei, and that number 8 is important, right? And it is one of the most steadfast, kind of really pa'a things, an 8-strand lane. Right? Nothing can separate us. Nothing can break this lei and our love that's bound within it. And you will be with me forever, and that is beautiful. But my favorite verse is always the second pauku. Ya oi e imiana ina Nani o Ka'aina, right? While you go out and you seek the beauties of the land, whether it's people, whether it's places, but while you are away, and while you are out looking at everything else, I will be here waiting for you to come back. So that is my favorite verse. That's the kind of steadfast love that I think really makes this mele so special for so many people. You're tuned in to member-supported Hawaiʻi Public Radio 1's Hawaiʻi Kulāiwi with me, DJ Mermaid. And support for Hawaiʻi Kulāiwi comes from Hakuone in Kaka'ako, where OHA plans to create a Hawaiian space in an urban setting, committed to building a neighborhood where all are welcome and where Hawaiian culture thrives. Hakuone.com. And from the Johnson Ohana Foundation, founded by Kim and Jack Johnson, to support environmental, art, and music education. Learn more at johnsonohana.org. We have a little less than 15 minutes left in today's episode. I have the Honolulu Police Department Glee Club with Ulili. I have some Makahasans. I also have something from Brother Is. And it's not that I don't have a lot of aloha and mahalo for Brother Is. I don't play him too often because he has gotten so much playtime on other stations, and I want to expand our reach, right? But I have maybe an unexpected Brother Is song for you folks today. bear with me when it comes up, but I'll tell you why after. So coming up next here, this is Ulili, the Honolulu Police Department Glee Club. Full set list at hawaiipublicradio.org. With Paoa Liko Kalehua. I want to get this song to you rather quickly as I wrap up. I was thinking about my childhood the other day and how when I would go to restaurants, right, when in the 90s, when I was growing up, sumo was on the news all the time. There were posters in the restaurants. They were everywhere. And I thought, oh man, we don't really have Hawaii sumo tori. Also, I bought the book Big Happiness about Percy Kipapa, and I've been reading it. So he practiced at the same Azumazeki Beya, the same stable as Akebono. So then I went and I watched old Akebono videos of his sumo career. And while Akebono was the first non-Japanese born wrestler to achieve Yokozuna, Konishiki would have had it before him. I think only just a year before or two. But at the time, Japanese did not want to recognize a foreign wrestler as a Yokozuna. And I feel like as Hawaiians, we see that. we still see it in our own ways. We see it in hula. We see it in a lot of other things. But I don't know. Now I really just want an akebono t-shirt. So I'm going to leave you with Tengoku Kara Kaminari, Israel Kamaka Vivo Ole from my childhood. I'll see you folks next week. Don't go anywhere. We've got the Brazilian experience coming up next with Sandy Tsukiyama.
Gentle giants from the countryside, why Manalo, Nanakuli and Waianae, they are the champions in a foreign land, national heroes, famous idols in Japan, Akebono, Musashimaru and Konishiki. Akebono, Musashimaru and Konishiki. They've traveled 1,000 miles away, sometimes lonely, far away from family. All have conquered a dream that seemed impossible with dignity. They are Hawaii, Sumotori, Akebono, Musashimaru, and Konishiki. Akebono, Musashimaru, and Konishiki. They made history, heard around the world, on the radio, television and magazine. Let's all celebrate and honor these mighty ones. These are the champions, heroes for the young and the old. Akebono, Musashimaru and Konishiki. Akebono, Musashimaru and Konishiki.